So essentially, if we have f of x equals x to the fifth plus 3x squared minus x to the 50th power. Essentially, what we would do if you were doing this, and I told you to calculate what the derivative is, you would bring the 3 down and then you would subtract 1 from the top. So you would bring the 3 down, 3x, and then you'd subtract 1 from the top. You'd get 3x squared. The same idea here, except this is x. You can think of this as x to the 50th, right? So you'd bring this down, and then you'd subtract 1 from the top, but you don't actually change the value of what is inside. So you bring this down, so that's 50, x to the fifth plus 3x squared minus x, and then you subtract 1 from the top, so you'd get 49. But then the difference is that you multiply by the derivative of whatever is inside. So if this is the inside, then you're multiplying by the derivative of this inside piece. So this is still in your answer. This is still in your answer, but you're simply multiplying by this. So that means that 50 x to the fifth plus 3x squared minus x to the 49th. This is your answer, but you're multiplying by the derivative of this. So what is the derivative of this? Well, it's 5x to the fourth plus 6x minus 1. That's the derivative of this, right? We brought the 5 down, subtracted 1 from the top. We brought the 2 down, multiplied with the 3, subtracted 1 from the top, and then the derivative of x is just 1. So this is your final answer. Let's try another example. Let's try, x to the seventh minus 8x to the fourth minus 2x plus 1 to the 32nd power. So if we want to use the chain rule, remember it's the same thing, right? X to the n, you bring the n down, and then you subtract 1 from the top. So in this case, what we'll say is this is 32, we're bringing this down, and then that's x to the seventh minus 8x to the fourth minus 2x plus 1. So inside is still the same. We keep the inside the same, and then we subtract 1 from the top, which is 31. And then we simply multiply by the derivative of whatever is inside the parentheses. So whatever is inside the parentheses. So in this case, what we have inside the parentheses is x to the seventh minus 8x to the fourth minus 2x plus 1. So, this is still in our answer, right? This is still in our answer. That's not going to change. But we're simply multiplying our answer by the derivative of this. So the derivative of this is 7x to the sixth, right? Power rule. 7x to the sixth minus 8 times 4 is 32, x to the fourth, x to the third, minus 2. And then this goes to 0. So this would be your answer for this one. So essentially, if you have anything times, let's say 30, then if f of x equals anything to the 30, then your answer is 30 anything to the 29th times the derivative of anything. So this would be in your answer, and then once you take the derivative of this, you would include that in your answer.